I'm joined today by Gil Menna, partner with Goodwin Procter, who specializes in REIT transactions. If 2009 was characterized by the re-equitization of REITs, what do you think from a capital market standpoint will be the major trend this year?
In 2010, I think the new issuances of REITs will be a major trend. So the re-equitization of the existing REIT market, certainly since March, was probably the milestone for the industry. And I think new issuances, both the raising of blind pool capital, but also the filing of specified new dedicated REITs in various asset classes. I think we'll see some lodging REITs with fabulous portfolios being filed, as well as other asset classes as well.
Companies in certain ways are trying to get somewhat creative with financing for transactions. One of those ways has been loan assumptions. Can you tell us a little bit about this trend in financing?
Sure. Loan assumptions have been around for a long time, and the real question fundamentally in connection with an acquisition transaction is what the friction costs are associated with assuming a loan, and whether whether the loan is assumable to begin with, and if so, what the cost of assumption is. So I think that there obviously are some loans that were done in the last decade that have very favorable current rates that might be variable rate financings that would be easily assumed because by definition the lender is protected because of the variable rate nature of the loan. So I think that we're likely to see a number of loan assumption transactions there. I think when some of the portfolios that might be stressed and the equity is questionably compromised, that some of those assets might find their way onto the balance sheet of existing REITs with that debt being assumed, and maybe even some security being issued or upside being issued to the existing equity investors so that they have what we'll call, for lack of a better term, a hope certificate.
Are there any pitfalls that may be looming out there in the capital markets that you think may be getting overlooked?
I think that one of the questions that I would ask in terms of the pitfalls, and I don't think it's necessarily overlooked, would be whether or not the REIT market, just like the broader market, is a little bit ahead of itself in terms of valuation. I think that I've always worried, I've been in the REIT industry for many, many years, and I've seen the market get ahead of itself a little bit. I think that valuations hopefully will stabilize and that they will see less volatility in the REIT market. The REIT market has come back incredibly strong. Now, it was obviously very depressed in the earlier part of last year. But I would raise that concern. If the REIT market obviously stabilizes and it doesn't get too far ahead of itself, I think that's actually good for new issuances.
For more information on this and other REIT news and analysis, check out REIT.com.